This is the Padua Podcast Network.
Running a Fever, episode 331. Living to 100 and Beyond, 2023. Well, first things first, I've returned from the hiatus, which was in effect starting in late September of last year. When I sat down and started working again, I could not believe that it had been that long. At the time, I thought some life stuff was going to happen short term, but as usual, something different happened. Anyway, it's good to be back, and if you're listening, you've stuck with me, and thank you for sticking with me. I appreciate it. And now it's time for the perennial favorite top 10 list of the oldest people ever. Living to be 100 is still very rare, but according to a 2022 estimate by the United Nations, there are 593,000 centenarians around the world. A 2021 estimate by Boston University says that 0.027% of us are over the age of 100. Now, as far as I can tell, this 2021 estimate is the latest that exists. It's a fast-growing group. That number is twice what it was 20 years ago. So how much of this really applies to us? I hope it applies to me, but I really don't know. Right now, there's no formula for living to 100, just not enough data. The people on this list are those for which there is documented proof of their age. I'll give you the whole list in a countdown fashion, and the changes since last year, and then a little biographical info on a supercentenarian. Supercentenarians are people who have lived longer than 110 years, which includes everyone on this top 10 list. Number 10 on the list of people with the highest verified age is newly verified Delphia Welford of the United States. She replaced Misao Okawa by living to the age of 117 years, 66 days. Delphia died in 1992, but no one applied to have her age verified until 2016, and she was just verified in May of this year by the Gerontology Research Group. She's one of 2 U.S. citizens in the top 10. Remaining at number 9 is Chiyo Miyako, a Japanese lady who lived from 1901 to 2018. Total age of 117 years, 81 days. Unchanged at number 8 is Emma Morano, the only Italian on the list, who lived from 1899 to 2017. 117 years, 137 days. And still at number 7, Violet Brown from Jamaica, who lived from 1900 to 2017. 117 years, 189 days. Number 6, from Canada, is Marie-Louise Milieu, who lived to the age of 117 years, 230 days, from 1880 to 1998. 5th on the list is Nabi Tajima, second oldest Japanese person ever, who lived from 1900 to 2018, which is 117 years, 260 days. Lucille Rendon remains at number 4, the second oldest French woman ever. In last year's list, she was still living and moving up the ranks. Sadly, Lucille died on January 17th of this year. Born in 1904, she lived to be 118 years, 340 days. Moving down to 3rd from 2nd is American Sarah Nouse, who lived from 1880 to 1999. She reached the age of 119 years, 97 days. When we had our oldest person ever episode in January of last year, Kane Tanaka was the oldest living person in the world. She died on the 19th of April last year and made it all the way to number 2. She lived 119 years, 107 days, from 1903 to 2022. She is one of only 3 people in the 119 club. And the all-time oldest person is the same person it has been since 1988, Jeanne Calment of France. She lived from 1875 to 1997, 122 years, 164 days. These are all still women, of course. No man has made it into the top 10, at least not recently. The oldest man is Jiroman Kimura, Japanese, and he lived to the age of 116 years, 54 days. The oldest living man is now Juan Vicente Perez of Venezuela, who is 114 years, 111 days old. He's currently still going strong and is already number 6 on the list of all-time longest living men. And this is his first year in the men's top 10. Now, whenever a new person joins the list, I do a more detailed biography. So you can look for past episodes in which I featured everyone on the list right now, except for newcomer Delphia Welford, the newest addition to the list. Stay tuned to next episode when she gets her own episode. Check out the show notes at runningafever.com/331, where I provide links to all these old episodes featuring the longest lived people. Well, that's the list. It is so inspiring to see that it's possible to live to a very advanced age, and it gives us motivation as we look to achieve our goal of living long, happy, healthy, active lives. Hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you got the fever, keep it. If you don't have the fever, catch it. And I will talk to you next time on Running a Fever.